Oh, sorry, I forgot to change. Welcome to Fallout 4 Mods and More. In this episode we are going to take a look at some of the best mods this year had to offer. I'm saying some because this year had really a lot of great mods to cover, and there will probably be more than one episode in this direction. So for starters, there is another bunch of fix mods again. They seem to be rather popular this year. Excel, for example, is a big mod with various improvements and optimization fixes. So in other words, it will fix many known problems, like for example the black loading screen. Some of the features of this mod can actually overlap with other famous improvement mods like Buffout4 or Disk Cache Enabler, so make sure to go through the description on the mod page and disable features that could get in each other's way. Then there is the Flutter Flicker Fixer for Foliage. Nice name. Apparently it can happen that the branches of the trees start to sort of blur sometimes with incorrect wind data or something. Honestly, I don't think I ever had this bug, or maybe I just never really noticed it. I believe it will be harder to see with the leafy trees, and yeah, I always had this minor vegetation mods on, so maybe I just never noticed it. Next we have the Godrays Performance Fix Redux, a reworked version of the Godray optimization mod, and this is basically already everything there is to say about this mod. It's just a tiny performance booster for the mighty race of gods. The next mod is called Magic, Effect and Spell Engine Fixes. What is this, you say? Since when do we have magic in Fallout? Well, this is just how certain things are done in Bethesda's engine. Certain effects connected to perks and abilities are applied through invisible cloak spells and magic effects, so to say, not unlike the cloak magic in Skyrim, for example. So basically it's the same principle. So this mod fixes related bugs for those spells, or you could also say enchantments. Like for example the effects disappearing when you equip an item through the trade menu. In other words, effects disappearing or being overwritten by something when they shouldn't be. In short, this mod fixes stuff, just roll with it. Okay, but now for the fun part. Next we have a couple of mods to make the exploration a bit more interesting and add a bit more variety to it. The Commonwealth Encounter Pack, for example, in case you already know all the random encounters in this game and want to see something new. This mod adds a lot of new encounters, 290 in total. That's actually way more than the vanilla game has. To all locations also, Far Harbor, Nuka World and Automatron. The nature of the encounters will be similar to what you can find in the vanilla game, from being assaulted by baddies, to baddies demanding caps for passage, to some treasure hunt encounters that give you some extra loot. So it can be something very basic also, like just a couple of bodies, an aftermath of some shooting, some random objects just standing around, an abandoned camp with or without some bodies, but it can also be something intriguing like aliens. Yes, let's not forget that this is a thing in this game. And the other mod is Force Evolution Super Mutant Addons. This is a more direct approach. This mod simply adds a lot of new super mutant types. It may sound simple, however, this mod also makes super mutant encounters way more dangerous. Not only will there be some more armored and armed mutants, but also, well, you know how, for example, the Suicider mutants are really annoying? Now imagine this, but 10 times worse. Yes, this guy here. He literally just sits there waiting for you to come by and do this. Yes, very rude. Or this guy here, I mean, I'm pretty sure that's the leader from the Hulk comics, you cannot convince me otherwise, or the controller from Stalker maybe. But yeah, as you can imagine, you have to take him out fast, so he does a lot of damage. So this is exactly why this is such a fun mod. It does not just add some new reskinned enemies, but actually some unique enemy types that require a different approach than usual. Another mod that can make the gameplay more fun is Karma. Literally the good old Karma system like in Fallout 3 and New Vegas. It comes with a very elaborate MCM menu, so you can do a lot of tweaking. And they even added a new tab to the Pip-Boy, so you can check your Karma anytime. And this system works just like you would expect it. All your good and bad behavior, your decisions, the way you treat people, everything will be reflected on your Karma in real time. It's a very seamless integration with icon pop-ups and sound effects, if you should enable those. So really just like in the old games. You can even use this mod with Crime and Punishment, although you will have to disable the Karma system of Crime and Punishment since it does pretty much the same thing. But this mod's Karma system is a bit more fleshed out. Next we are going to take a look at some interesting armor mods. The Vault-Tec suit Redux, for example, it's actually a highly upgraded version of the Vault-Tec suit I have been using for Wintermute for a while now, except that they added support for males here too, which can be a bit funny considering how swimsuity some of the variations can be. This mod goes in the same direction as the VTAC mods and has an insane amount of customization and combination possibilities. From skimpy to heavily armored, everything is possible here. Or if you want a bit more modern tactical outfit pack, then there is the modern military pack. Yes, I mean, at least the name is honest, does not try to pull a sneaky on us. Those outfits are also highly customizable, but instead of 1000 separate parts, it all happens through the armor workbench here. So we have a couple of default plain looking outfits, some headwear and backpacks, and we can do all kinds of things like change colors, add pouches, holsters, loadouts, patches, insignias and so on, so completely change the look through a huge amount of possible combinations. And as a little extra, we also have this backpack from the Fallout TV series. It is actually nothing special, but since the TV show gained an insane amount of popularity, so did this mod, by the looks of it. There are 2 skins available. And now I have to warn you, because it's going to be extremely cozy. A Better World Cabin Workshop Pack. Wow, it's been a while since we had any settlement mods, and this one here is just so unbearably nice and cozy that I actually caught myself decorating and playing around with it way too much. That's also what she said. I mean, just look at this. There are some snappable cabin parts, there are also some open ones, so you can make the cabins a bit bigger, but I kept it rather small here to not ruin the coziness too much. And there is also some furniture and lots of decorative items like gun mounts, clutter and so on. Pickled stuff? Do I need to say more? Seriously, this is the perfect way to just forget about all the post-apocalyptic trouble and relax a bit. But if you don't want to relax, if you want to live in the middle of the post-apocalyptic trouble, Survivalist Bus, a mobile player home mod, might be more up your alley. It can be found at the Lannington bus stop by default, and on the inside it's really just a bus. It's not one of those bigger on the inside player home types. So yeah, getting in with a bunch of followers can be a bit crampy, although there is actually a settings terminal with an option to prevent followers from entering. This is also where you can select a travel destination. Yes, unfortunately this bus does not really drive, it's more like a teleporting player home. It is an Eleonora mod after all, so no surprise there. I wouldn't even be surprised if that bus came with pronouns or subliminal messages telling you to go buy creations or something. So obviously on the inside we can find all the trademark Eleonora shelves, containers and working stations. There is however also a special bus workbench where you can actually upgrade this thing. You can select decorative things here like for example interior and exterior skins and other cool add-ons. Some of those actually have functions though, like the cannons you can put on top. They will actually defend the bus if enemies are nearby. So it is actually quite a cool player home, despite being pretty simple. Anyway, now we are finally prepared for the big stuff. We have several quests and dungeon mods to check out, starting with Ashland Station. To start this mod we have to enter this new cave west of the Poseidon Reservoir. After exploring this cave a bit we also run into this Rico guy, who looks like a randomized character creation accident.
What the? Who the hell are you? What are you doing down here?
I don't want any trouble.
Okay, that's good, that's good. Just don't go doing anything stupid, all right? Actually, you know what? If you got past those bugs, you must know how to take care of yourself. Maybe we can come up with a little deal.
To put things simple, he wants to unlock door, but key in cave with radiation, so we go bring key. Yes, it's a very straightforward quest with a pretty decent dungeon with ghouls and stuff, and seriously I thought Mr. Cartoon Villain Eyebrows here would betray us in the end or something, but he actually becomes a settler in our new settlement, aka secret underground base.
Weapons have always been my specialty. So, you think you're up for running this place?
Yes, you get to somewhat rebuild this place as a functional settlement with fast travel, and there are also a couple of custom items too. So it's a simple but decent quest mod. Another quest mod we are going to check out claims to be spooky. In the Flesh, a horror quest mod. Not far from the Dunwich burrows is a suspicious hedge that leads to a suspicious secret lab. Yes, very spooky already. This mod is supposed to have jump scares and stuff, so let's see if we can find some. Okay, how about here? Nope. Maybe here. Doesn't look like it. Ooh, there we go. This is gonna be good, right? Okay, somehow it is a bit underwhelming. Hey, you there, you wanna scare me or what?
Targets in range.
Okay, that works. So yeah, this mod has some custom enemies and the horror can certainly be effective at times. I have not played that many horror mods for Fallout 4, but usually it was more like atmospheric horror, and this mod it is more like action-based, jump-scary and gory horror. But yeah, it certainly does work well. Some of those custom creatures really know where it's at, you can believe that. Also, it is totally recommended to not use the Pip-Boy flashlight like I did here, because it makes the atmosphere way less scary when the place is so well illuminated. It is better to use a gun with a flashlight or the Pip-Boy flashlight mod. But we are not done yet, there is another scary dungeon/quest mod, Attack of the Lobotomites! Yes, this is also what I call it when I release a video and all the brainless people start commenting. I don't know what it is with all those classic horror movie sounding titles, but I kinda dig it. This is also the biggest quest mod with high quality assets and lots of content. It starts in the Braintree Mental Rehabilitation Center in the southern end of the map. This is also where you find the Lobotomites, who are apparently really into Slipknot. Yes, when the description said this mod features custom voice-acted enemies, I was intrigued, but they all sound just like the girls when I put duct tape over their mouths. So anyway, your objective here is to lift the lockdown of this supercomputer called Brain. Yes, very creative, and for that you have to complete several objectives in this not-so-linear dungeon. It is really huge and features lots of custom decorations, custom enemies, new gear, kind of an upgrade system, even a new kind of treasure chests, kinda. You will also come across all kinds of lobotomites, not all of them are hostile actually. I was very surprised, but I found a real bro here. This is also what a typical conversation between two gym bros sounds like. He even has a quest for you to get some, crayons. So yeah, it is really quite a cool quest mod. It is not very scary actually. I found the Lobotomites quite funny to be honest, but they are nicely designed with those animated parts on their bodies. There is also a variety of new weapons and armors you can get, and there are even different ways to finish that main quest. So I would say yeah, go ahead, get lobotomized. I mean get Lobotomites. You know, mod. You know what I mean. Hello everyone, this is Akari here. Wow, another year almost over. You know what? Let's sing a song to celebrate. Happy birthday to... no wait, that's not it. Deutschland, Deutschland, über... yeah, that's even worse. I should go.